since your first time. Open up and let your heart flow. Dare to be different, show 'em how it go. Of course they gon' hate, that's a part of life. But that's when you really know you're doing right. They like to keep it classy, you don't need to fight. Just kidding them with the 16.
Hello and welcome everybody, or welcome back if you're returning. This is going to be messages from spirit, positive affirmations, or just words of encouragement that you need to hear right now. It is retrograde season, so I know a lot of people are feeling it. It's a time to slow down, so if things have been a little bit rough or a little bit slow for you, there's some messages in here that's going to be hopefully pretty helpful. So if you find that these resonate, please leave a like and a comment and a subscribe. I appreciate it a lot and it helps out the channel more than you know. I did have a card that flew out before I turned the camera on, which is the Two of Pentacles. So with this, I'm getting checks and balances. So if you know anything about like the government or legislation, you know we have checks and balances and stuff like that. But I don't necessarily. It's more so in the realm of pentacles, right? Like with money. So you could be really budgeting your money right now. You could be going back and forth between like investing on certain things. But you need to know that you do have everything in balance, that you're doing well to keep up whatever it is that you're doing to keep yourself in check, whether it's like your finances, your household, yourself, your kids, whatever it is that you need or that you're doing right now to keep yourself or your life in balance in general. You're definitely doing a good job, so keep it up with that. If things seem like they're up in the air, it seems like there's uncertainty, just know that things will start to come back around. Things will get better eventually. It is retrograde season, like I said, so things are slowing down. Things may be a little bit in like a fog almost, but don't worry about that. What's this we have here? Okay, we have the Ace of Wands. So you have the creativity, you have the passion. So if you're ever worried about the things if you're worried about you not having any creativity or passion at the moment, right now, just sit on it. You know, don't force yourself to be creative, because you can't force a creative process. You can't force inspiration. Sometimes you can't go looking for inspiration either, because you know, one, where are you going to find it, and two, it's almost like you're just kind of grasping at straws, right? Literally like grasping at straws here. So like, don't try to grasp at straws for creativity or to push yourself to be creative or make something new or awesome. You know, if you feel inspired to do something, no matter how big or how small, just go for it. If it turns out in a way that you don't want it, just keep it. You know, if you do music, or if you're an artist, you paint, you draw, or something like that, and you start basically like a rough draft of like a song or like your picture, your painting, your sculpture, or whatever it is, right? Digital art. If you don't like something, just save it. Don't get rid of it, because you can repurpose it for later. This is also if you've been low on energy as well. Do things that make you that give you vitality. So vitality, I believe, is with the related to the solar plexus chakra. So eat things that are orange, like oranges, obviously. I don't know what else is orange that you could eat. Mandarins, tangerines, anything that's orange, carrots. Yeah. Wear the color orange. If you're, again, back to the art thing, use the color orange. You draw some sunsets. You know, the color orange can be very helpful to you right now when it comes to creativity and vitality. Let's see. I saw the Lovers. So just know that if you're going through a rough time romantically, or just feeling down and low on how you see yourself, just know that you are lovable and that you are loved. You will find someone eventually. You just have to learn to love yourself first. And I know that's kind of like cliche to say, like, love yourself first, but you have to learn to put yourself first in every aspect, because sometimes you don't know that you're trying to fill a void within certain relationships where you could be filling it yourself. So just keep that in mind. Let's see. Cool. You're dedicated. You're a very dedicated person. You're very hardworking. don't let this current time period, make you feel like you're being lazy or that you're not doing enough. The Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight. So take your time, be patient, be cautious if you have to. It's okay, you know, you can't, retrograde season, people say don't make decisions, but like, you can still make decisions. It's just, just don't be betting the farm on everything or certain things. Just take your time. Oh, and then the Lovers came out. So again, like, you're a very dedicated person. You're very lovable. You have love all around you. For those of you who've been putting in the work to really heal and help yourself out and really understand the more, the masculine and feminine sides of you, you definitely have been doing the work, and it's reflecting in your reality. Some of you need to stay committed to choosing yourself and choosing love all the time, whether it's love of self or love of others, love of what you do. You're staying committed to the things that you love, so keep that up, because you can't go wrong when you are choosing love in any situation, right? Others of you could be trying to balance like your work life and your creative life. So like, if you have a job that you work that sustains your art, your business, before you can actually put your whole heart and your full time into that business or into your art, just know that things are going to be coming around soon. There's going to be a new creative inspiration, a new creative beginning that you've been waiting for. New life, basically, is what I'm hearing. Something is going to be given new life and a new breath of fresh air, almost, as long as you have been staying committed, and what you have been. Six of Pentacles, you have enough, so don't ever worry about if you're making enough or that you're going to be able to afford this or that. Like, you'll always be provided for by the universe, by your spirit guides, by whoever you worship, whoever you believe in, whatever you believe in. You're a very giving person. You're very loving. Again, you have 2 6s out here. So you could be you're very beautiful, you're very attractive, you have an attractive spirit, attractive mind, Don't ever let anything or anybody tell you otherwise. You're very charitable. Maybe some of you need to get into either creating a charity or donating to a charity. And that'll make you feel a lot better about the things that you're doing, and it'll make you feel a lot better about yourself because you're helping other people. Or if you're already doing that, keep up the good work. You're being recognized for that. And you're not doing it out of being recognized, You're doing it because you truly love the cause, or you truly love these people, or whatever it is. Some of you may be having thoughts and fears and anxieties right now, which is perfectly normal, but just don't let that overcome or override your life, If you've been up late at night, find something that can relax you. Listen to some white noise, listen to rain, rain noises, streams, fan noises even. Like, find something that relaxes you. Find something to ease your mind. Literally, like, ease your mind. You have the Ace of Swords, so you know what that means, right? Communication and mental clarity and truths. But some of you could need to be truthful about certain situations about yourself. Coming clean about certain things here will make you feel better. Maybe you just need to, there's something here with the Nine of Swords and the Ace of Swords here, where it's like, if there's anything that's on your mind that's plaguing you, that you really feel like you need to just get off your chest, go ahead and just, whether you need to write it down, or whether you make a video and share it, or whether you just speak to a friend, definitely just, vent. It's okay to vent. Some people don't like to vent their issues to other people because they feel like they're being a burden, or they don't want people in their business. So just talk out loud, talk to your spirit guides. Someone someone or something is always listening to you. And that's not to be weird or scary, but the universe listens to us. So talk to who or whatever it is that you feel like you connect to. They're listening and they're willing to give you answers. You just have to hear them. You're very smart as well with the Ace of Swords. Very intelligent, very creative and intelligent with both of these aces out here, the Ace of Wands and Ace of Swords. Wheel of Fortune peeked out, so I'm going to take her. Very lucky. You're in a very lucky time right now. For some of you, you have luck on your side, so don't worry about whether you are giving enough or whether you have enough or to go around or to afford yourself and your children, your family, whatever it is. Things are always rolling and playing out in your favor. Pull a few more, then I'll pull from the Oracle decks. So we're at 10 minutes. You have a child here, so you have childlike energy with the Page of Pentacles. So right now you could need to get into a more like childlike energy where you enjoy things that you did when you were a child. So watching old TV shows, old some music, even enjoying activities that you've done as a child, whether it's making a puzzle or drawing or dancing, singing. Do something that really taps you into your inner child. Do something creative. Something creative, right? Because it's the Pentacles. It's something that's tangible. Do something that you can physically do, no matter what it is, or whatever that you connect with that makes you feel like a child again. You have the Temperance card, so you're focused on the task or the goals at hand right now. You're in constant flow. You're transmuting negative energies. You also have Spirit by your side with this Temperance card because it is an angel, so I'm getting you're protected. You're always in the right moment, no matter how good or bad you may feel. You're always in the right moment. You're exactly where you're meant to be. You have the Page of Cups. So dreamy, more of that childlike energy, being an artist, being creative, getting really in tune with the things that make you feel emotional, but not like you want to cry, but things that make you feel. That's really important for some of you right now. You are a very sensitive person, whoever's watching this. For some of you, you could be very what's the word? Empathic. You can be very empathic, but that's not the word I was looking for. Just highly sensitive. You're just really in tune with your emotions and the emotions of others around you. You want to be compassionate to everyone and everything. You just have a really big open heart, and there's nothing wrong with that. Just know that not everybody and everything needs to be nurtured, because people can take advantage of that. But there's nothing wrong with you being a big, open-hearted person, and that's what Spirit loves about you. Let's see. Yeah, whatever you've been through that's been hurting. If you've been through some heartbreak in the recent past, know that it's not the end of the world. Things happen, everything happens for a reason. If that person couldn't love you the way that you needed to be loved, then you need to love yourself the way that they didn't. Or someone else will come around and love you even better and show you all the things that you've been wanting or missing. Even use this Three of Swords energy, use this Three of Swords moment, that moment of your life where you felt like something was literally piercing your heart. Use that to fuel your fire. Use that to be your creative inspiration behind an art project, a song, a something, anything. You could, it doesn't necessarily even have to be something artistic. You can transmute energies by cooking, by cleaning, by talking, singing, just doing little things to change your energy, so that way you're not living in this, and you're not living in this, you know? So you're very smart, you're very creative, very open-hearted, very attractive, spiritually, physically even. There's nothing that you need to worry about. You have everything you need. You're going to be able to afford things for yourself and for others, whether it's like your family or people that you just want to help out, or, for charity reasons or anything like that, Like, you have enough. You're always going to be provided for, so don't worry about what's going on right now, even though it may seem hard. And the energies may be, a little bit rough. And this retrograde season has been rough on a lot of people, and it just basically started. So we still got another, 2 weeks, and then we have like 2 weeks after with the shadow period. So like, it's gonna be a little rough, and it usually is in December to January. But don't worry about it. You got this. You definitely have got this. Let's see. Literally, from the Moonology deck, you are good enough. So if anything or anybody has made you feel that you are not worthy or you are not good enough, please get over that. Because maybe they just weren't good enough for you. So they made you feel like you weren't good enough. Let's see. There was a lot that came out here. But I'm gonna... Oop. Okay. Hold on. Oh, wow. Okay. Take time to breathe out. So if you have been feeling this 3 of Swords and this 9 of Swords energy, just take time to breathe. Just know that, everything comes in cycles. What you're feeling right now will eventually cycle out. You might need to meditate more as well. Spirit wants you to know that it's okay to take a break from the things that you feel that you need to be responsible for, whether it be like if you've been working really hard, and you're a stay-at-home mom or dad or whatever, you take care of kids, and you just need a break for yourself. It's okay. Ask for help. Ask somebody to help you out, watch the kids, ask your husband, ask your wife, ask whoever to help you out with the dishes or cleaning up around the house, because you need a break. You deserve a break. Take time to breathe out. You're entitled to that. That's your birthright. You're entitled to take a break. Like, you don't need to be overworking yourself at all, because who wants to overwork themselves? Who wants to be in a constant cycle of taking care of everybody else, but then not being able to take care of themselves, or other people help them take care of themselves, or other people just, help out with, with the things that they need or that they want? Balance spirituality and practicality. So what will help you out spiritually, and what will help you out practically? What can you do that's practical, that intertwines with your spirituality? And what can you do that, you don't want to be, because it's Pisces, so you don't want to be like too head in the clouds, too dreamy, almost in a like illusionary state, or almost kind of like, or even delusional, or having some sort of delusion. How can you ground yourself in spirituality and practicality? What can you do that helps you, that puts yourself back into that balance? Like, the whole, if you're managing your finances, right? Spiritually, you're going to be taken care of, and that you're good. But practically, you can't just spend your money, because you don't know when you're going to get it back, but that you're always going to be provided for. So use what you have wisely, and it'll come back to you. Just hold no attachments to it. Hold no attachment to anything. You and your loved ones are safe. So when it comes down to health, or if you between you and your loved ones, your kids, your parents, your husband, wife, whoever, spouse, partner, whoever, whatever, you are safe. You are loved. Again, you are very much loved by Spirit. Spirit is protecting you and your family right now, and always will. But right now, you may seem like you need a little bit more protecting, a little bit more nurturing, a little bit more hugs and kisses, some tenderness, some compassion, and Spirit is here to tell you that all of that is available for you and to you. Go to the ones that you love the most for comfort. If you don't have anyone, go to the things that make you feel comfortable. Alright, so for that, so I'm going to pull from Work Your Light Oracle. And these have little affirmations in it too, so I'm probably going to read the affirmations from this card, from the cards here. Alright. We have transformation. Things are changing at a cellular level. Deep healing. So for some of you, you're going through a really deep transformation. Going through a deep transformation right now. That's why things are really hard. It may seem like they're just kind of very just dense and tense at the moment. You're going through a deep healing. So that's where I feel like the take time to breathe out comes in, where it's like if you feel like you're overwhelmed, definitely do take a break, because there's some certain things where, you know, if things have been hurting you, right? If things have been painful, if things have been just a little bit too rough for your sensitive soul, take time to step away from society, social media, anything that's a distraction, and then just meditate and just, you know, focus on what it is that is important to you and what parts of you that you know need to be healed. Anything that triggers you needs to be healed. So things are changing for you. You have the Wheel of Fortune out here, so like things are always working out in your favor. Things are always changing, forever going in a cycle. So right now, you need to be in a cycle of healing. It's really could just have to, for some of you, you need to really take care of yourself, honestly, whether it be health, mental, spiritual, you know, physical health. Some of you need to take a journey somewhere in Rama, where you're being called to journey to. Some of you, again, take a trip, take a break, go on vacation, even if it's just taking off of work for a week or a few days. You are allowed to do that. Don't let your job threaten you, or anyone make you feel like you need to be at work, you need to make money, you need to, I mean, yeah, you need to make money to survive, but like, you don't need to be somewhere where you're literally being drained of your life force, you know? That's not fair to you. Just say yes. So just say yes, whatever it is. Of course, if it's something that you don't want to do, say no. But if it's something that makes you, you know, genuinely happy or excited, or an opportunity that comes across and you're not really sure about it, say yes. What's the harm in saying yes? What's the harm in going along with it, as long as you feel comfortable, right? Maybe this also has to do with saying yes to help, right? Some of you need to start saying, when someone says, do you need anything? Do you need help? You know, say yes, because that's, if you know that you need it, but you don't want to say yes because you are a burden. You're just going to, if you feel like you're going to be a burden, you know, help isn't going to come around too often because you keep denying it. You know, you have to open yourself up to being helped, for people to step in and be there for you. Because even when people just generally ask you, do you need anything, some people may feel like, well, you got it, you don't ever need anything, so what's the point of me asking? Which is wrong, but that's how people are, and that's how people think. They think just because you seem like you got it all together and you have all these things, right, that you don't need anybody, you don't need anything. But, you know, really, you've been doing this all on your own because you have to, and that's all you know. So saying yes can be hard, but just learn to say yes to the things that you need and things that you want. Anna, grandmother of Jesus, seeding the light, laying foundations in divine plan. So some of you could be connecting with a grandmother right now. You need to either connect with your grandmother, or you may have lost a grandmother that's trying to reach out to you, and that's one of your spirit guides, letting you know that you are protected, you are safe. laying foundation, divine plan. So everything is in divine timing. Everything is divinely laid out for you. You don't have to worry about anything. Once again, you are provided for by the universe, by your spirit guides, even by this grandmother figure that you have here. Whether it's your grandma, somebody else's grandmother that you've connected with, you know, a grandmother-like figure, or just a mother figure in general. But know that you are protected. And everything is working out for you. You may not be able to see it right now, but you got to believe it before you can see it. Believe it before you can see it, my sweetheart. And your guidance is divinely guided. Is that what it said? Yep. So again, everything is working out in your favor. You're being divinely guided. How are you being called to step up and lead? So for some of you, you may be scared of being in your own power, but you need to know again that you are good enough. You just need to heal. You need to heal those parts of you that make you feel like you're not good enough, whether it be from your own doing, your own words, in your own mind, or other people's. But just know that you have what it takes and you have everything you need. Now we're going to be pulling from the Ask Your Guides Oracle deck, which I absolutely love. And I didn't read from this book yet, so actually I'm going to do that now. I know some of these have like affirmations, but I'm not really sure which one. Let's see. Do we have anything that's in here? Okay, activation card. So for Anna, grandmother of Jesus, the activation for this card is, Beloved Anna, thank you for laying the foundations for the divine plan. May the seeds of light within me be revealed, and may I surrender to my part of the divine plan. Beloved Anna, thank you for laying the foundations for the divine plan. May the seeds of light within me be revealed, and may I surrender to my part of the divine plan. One more time. Beloved Anna, thank you for laying the foundations for the divine plan. May the seeds of light within me be revealed, and may I surrender to my part of the divine plan. Probably not going to read all of these, but the ones that actually do have some sort of activation, I think they all do, honestly. Well, no, some of them have activations and some of them have like affirmations, depending on, because there's different cards. There's like inquiry cards, there's activation cards, there's action cards, confirmation cards. So they're all different depending on which one you pull from which category. I think Akasha might be an activation. Let's see. We have yes. So don't overthink it, just say yes. And literally the whole page is nothing but yes. One of my favorite cards. Because it's just so simple. Just say yes. Let's see. Some of these. I'll probably read one more, then I'll go on to the next. Okay, here's Akasha. Your guidance is divinely guided. So this card here. I open myself up to receive the wisdom of the Akasha. I am ready to download my information from my soul's records that is in my highest good and the highest good of all right now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I open myself up to receive the wisdom of the Akasha. I am ready to download any information from my soul's records that is in my highest good and for the highest good of all right now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I open myself up to receive the wisdom of the Akasha. I am ready to download any information from my soul's records that is in my highest good and the highest good of all right now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, there we go. With those. And then we will pull from the Ask Your Guides Oracle. See, and I love this deck so much because this really, every time I need any confirmation, anything from Source or Spirit, like literally like the synchronicities are just crazy. I like these as a direct link to my guides. to see what they have to say to me. And they never stirred me wrong, honestly, with these cards. That's the crazy part. So we have suffering. And I will read these from the book, because these actually have full description. But for some of you, if you're struggling or suffering right now with certain things, just know that, like, suffering is all through within, like, how you think and how you feel about the situation, or even the things that you have done to yourself. You could be just putting yourself in a cycle of suffering. So it's important to recognize, what are you doing to yourself to where it's like you're making yourself suffer, and what actually is something that in your life that is making you suffer. And that's not to downplay, and I hope that makes sense, but that's not to downplay anything that you're going through at all, you know. But sometimes we have to recognize what are the things that are the cause of our suffering, whether it's ourselves or others, and how can we get out of that. Compromise. Some of you are learning to either compromise with other people, or even compromise, like, say, you know, you have two different beliefs, or you and somebody have two different beliefs, right? And it's like, you know, I don't believe what you're saying, and you don't believe what I'm saying, you know, fully, but, you know, I can respect your opinion, and they respect yours. You're learning to work with other people more cohesively. There could be some compromises that you just need to make in general for your life here. Like, if you know something's not good for you, you know, how can you make a compromise? What can you do to rectify that? We have purpose. So some of you may be looking for your purpose. Others of you are already walking in your purpose. But just know that you're being guided to your purpose, if you haven't found it already, or you soon will be. We have loss. And we have priorities. Alright, so let's read from that. I'm actually going to put these in numerical order, so that way it'll be easier for me to read, so I don't have to skip around through the book. Starting with loss, number 5. Some of these are pretty long, so bear with me. Okay, loss, sorrow, depression, grief, regret. You may be entering or experiencing a period of loss, regret, disappointment, pain, or perhaps even grief. These feelings may have arisen from present painful circumstances. So yeah, some of you, that 3 of Swords energy, right? Let's see. Whether caused by something in the past or present, your heart is ready to unburden your pain, and your soul is ready to grow from these experiences. Your healer guides are present to assist you in your healing through these difficult times. These soothing helpers assure you that your present pain will transform into learning, and this too shall pass. Your joy will return. Ask your healer guides to help you lift your heart and turn your loss and pain over to their loving care. Trust their counsel as they urge you to call a grief counselor, seek a healing message, or pick up a book that will assist you in your current situation. Their message: seek sources of help. So that goes into the thing where I was talking about earlier, like, things come in cycles. If you're going through a painful time right now, there's just a little cycle that you're going through right now. Things have to cycle out, and this won't last forever. Just like retrograde doesn't last forever. It may happen 3, sometimes maybe 4 times a year, but it's just a cycle that we have to repeat, because we have to be forced to sit down and slow down to reflect on certain things. So that's all your pain is to help you reflect on the past choices, or, you know, or anything that we've been through, right? To really just reflect and see how does that affect us, and how we can grow and move on from that. Let's go to number 12, which is priorities. Choice, reflections, decisions, commitment. For every new ambition, relationship, or experience you seek this time, there is a commitment in place that must be eliminated to make way for the new. So that kind of almost sounds like compromise, right? Current routines, habits, or even types of free time must be sacrificed so that you can open yourself to new energies. Your master teacher is present, urging you to identify what must go. Be honest in your assessment, and also be realistic and thoughtful in setting your goals so that you don't overreach and fail. Your master teacher reminds you that even though the universe does support your heart, it doesn't allow you to bypass the work necessary to manifest your desires. In other words, you reap what you sow. At the best, and the best way to systematically move towards your priorities, while simultaneously discarding what no longer serves you. Oh, excuse me. Wait. Oh, and I'm sorry, I read that completely wrong. And the best way is to systematically move forward towards your priorities while simultaneously discarding what no longer serves you. If you do not want to lose 10 pounds, oh, Jesus Christ, retrograde, get out of my head. If you want to lose 10 pounds, you must release jelly donuts. If you want to work for yourself, you must let go of the need for others to take care of you. If you want to create a new love relationship, you must not brood over any past heartbreaks. The message of your master teacher: to reach something greater, you must first let go of what is in your hand. Suffering. Accidents, sickness, traumas, betrayals. An important part of being a human being is that an important part of being human, and something that can't be avoided, is the pain that comes with simply being vulnerable to the physical world. Your divine teachers warn you that you're facing such a time. Sickness may be at hand, or accidents, trauma, sudden loss, or injury are all potentially around you. Whether confronted with something severe or just something an ongoing struggle of getting through the day, your physical body may be challenged, and pain and suffering may follow. This isn't to scare you, but rather to warn you that you are not as grounded as you should be. In fact, you may be attracting injury or drama to gain some personal space. Your divine teachers advise you to be open to the fact that any pain or upset you attract isn't without hidden gifts or opportunities. Your broken leg or aching back, for example, may provide the much needed rest you wouldn't take otherwise. Your runny nose or cough may be the privacy you need to regenerate your spirit. It's also important to note that any pain or drama you attract isn't greater than your ability to handle it. The greatest upset you face might actually be in trying too hard to avoid pain, which in the end may cause even more pain. In other words, the fear that you won't be able to abide any discomfort is far more disabling than anything you might actually incur. And accepting the upset of the moment with grace, you'll gain wisdom, compassion, and strength. Your divine teacher's message: embrace and be patient with your pain. It will bring insight and understanding. It will be Jesus. It will bring insight and understanding, and in time, peace. You will heal. We have number 38, Master Teacher. I promise y'all I can read. Okay? I just don't know what's going on. Rip me right now. You're beginning to stride into your purpose. Working is no longer a struggle, and your master teacher is guiding you along the way. The more aligned you become in your life's purpose, in your life's proper path, the more your days will flow with ease. You'll lose track of all barriers as you go with the flow and throw your heart and soul into your efforts. Your dedication will pay off in the long run, but even this isn't important. Your efforts are their own reward. Doing what you love so well and so faithfully is what fulfills you. Your challenge is to resist the temptation to push yourself to exhaustion. Remain measured and steady, and don't overlook the importance of taking a day of rest at least once a week. Your master teacher is pleased with your progress, but reminds you that even you may love your work and feel like you could go and work forever, your body and mind do get fatigued. Develop the wisdom to know when to step away and when to refresh your soul. Your master teacher's message: pace yourself. And last, we have compromise, number 49. Okay, your master teacher is reminding you that nothing is entirely good or bad, even people, and that every person has their own version of reality, which may not necessarily agree with yours. Instead of arguing with or feeling wronged by those who refuse to submit to your point of view, give up your righteous and rigid demands and broaden your perspective to include the interests of those you struggle with now. Mentally move towards center and open your mind to look at the situation from their point of view. Although it's easy to feel indignant and defensive as you deal with this current impasse, the truth is that no one is trying to harm you. Instead, your detractors are simply supporting their own interests and priorities, which is different from yours. Rather than reacting emotionally to their resistance, strive to understand them. Be mindful not to be overly self centered, however justified it may feel. Strive to be fair instead. Your master teacher's message: accept that your interests are no more or no less important than those people around you. So the only way to progress to higher ground is to compromise. All right. Let's see. And do I want to pull something else? Where we at 40 minutes? Okay, let's pull an animal card from the Spirit Animal Oracle. And yes, I do have 2 animal decks, so we'll be pulling from the other one today. Let's get some animals out here because everybody loves animals. Don't mind me. All right. And I won't be reading these because these are absolutely way too long. So, be at home. So, if I remember that correctly, because I've gotten that card for myself so many damn times. And Butterfly Spirit, oh, beautiful. Number 11 and number 868. Transformation is beautiful. All right, so one more. Because this is running kind of long, but, you know, people need messages. People need encouragement. People need to hear things. So, let Spirit be your guide with Hawk Spirit. And Antelope Spirit, life is speeding up. Interesting, because we're at a slow period in time. But maybe that's because life is speeding up. It's going to be speeding up for you, so that's why things are being slow right now. We'll see. But be at home, Wombat Spirit. So this is about just being comfortable in who you are, where you are at in life. Being comfortable with content with what you're building, with the things that you provide for others and for yourself as well. Being comfortable with who you are is very important. Like I said, some of you need to know that who you are is perfectly fine. Like, you don't need to change yourself for other people to fit into anybody else's molds. Being you and being your full authentic self is what's important. So never let anybody tell you that you are not good enough, because you are good enough just the way you are. So be at home in your body. If you haven't been feeling at home, you know, whether in your literal home or in your body, get out of your head and into your body. Appreciate the things that you have, you know, because you are alive. You have your body, even though you may not like the shape of your body or the shape of your face or the texture of your skin or whatever. Like, be appreciative that you're here. Learn to love it, because not everybody has something that somebody else wants, pretty much, you know. So mindful. Just remember that. Look in the mirror, look at something that you don't like, and compliment yourself, even if you don't like it. Say you love your face, even if you don't love your face. You know, tricking your mind is so important. And that's how I learned to do things, was just looking in the mirror and pretty much just saying, I love X, Y, and Z, even though I don't. But, like, I eventually learned to love it, to love myself, you know, to some degree. Yeah, you know, just learn to love what you have and be at home with the things that make you feel comfortable. Be at home with the things that don't make you feel comfortable. Learn to love those things. Learn to embrace the uncomfortableness of life, of anything, because that's the only way we can get to overcome things, is embracing the periods where we don't feel as great, as special, as attractive, you know, whatever. Embrace the in-between of everything. Transformation is beautiful. Something here I feel like I just read about transformation here. Things are, literally, transformation. So some of you are going through a deep transformation right now. It is the new year, so whatever New Year's resolutions you guys have been coming up with, transformation is on the horizon, as long as you stay committed to whatever it is that you want to accomplish. Let Spirit be your guide. Again, you are very protected. You are very guided. 444 on the timer here. 4404, but 444. So you are in the right place at the right time. Spirit is guiding you in the direction that you need to go. So do not overthink it. Do not question it. Just go along with it. Go with the flow. We have Temperance out here from earlier, right? Go with the flow. You're exactly where you need to be. I can even take these messages, myself, honestly. Life is speeding up. So things may be slow right now because it is retrograde, but life still goes on. And while we're being called to slow down and be reflective and meditative and just, look at the things that we've been through, now that it's 2023, we are now in a new year, we get to reflect on 2022 and see where it is that we have fucked up at and how we can rectify and change that. Look at the parts where we've done great at and how we can even be even greater, or you can't really replicate greatness because everything has its own energy, in my opinion. Everything has its own peak level of, I don't know, like creativity, genius, something like that. So it's hard to recreate. Like, think of like an artist, right? When they have a hit song and they try to recreate that moment, it's hard to recreate that moment because you can't recreate a moment. A moment is a moment. You can't create a feeling. You can't recreate that. So the only thing is to start with something new and achieve greatness with that new thing. So don't try to replicate something in the past. Just try to be better than you were before, or keep doing what you were doing that made it that great. And then eventually we will evolve and grow, and things will be great. Okay, everybody. So I hope that was helpful. I hope it resonated. I hope that you have gotten something out of this. I know that a lot of people are going through something. Everybody's going through something. And I hope some of these messages have helped you in some type of way. I definitely know that I could use some words of encouragement or anything, at certain points in life. And when I couldn't have it, I was the only person that would give it to myself. So I will be the person to give it to other people if they need it. And whoever comes across this message and this video, I hope that you are blessed and you stay safe and you keep believing in yourself. Remember that you are good enough, you are worthy, you are lovable, you are smart, creative, attractive, spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally. You are a very open, emotional human being, and that's okay. It's okay to love. It's okay to be it's okay to be human. Like, it's okay. And I think all of us are still learning that. I'm learning that. Whatever mistakes you have made, whatever things you have done to others or to yourself, that comes at a point in life where we may not have been at our best. And it's important for us to recognize where we were at our lowest or where we weren't at our best, and to apologize to ourselves and be compassionate to ourselves and others who have hurt us, right? And move on and grow from that. So yeah, I'll leave it here. Thank you for watching and listening, and I hope you are so blessed with this 2023, and I will see you next time.
We can